Welcome back to the channel and welcome to this episode of Mark's Garage. Thought I would do a ride today on the Honda Goldwing DCT Tour. It's a beautiful fall day in Wisconsin. The colors are really starting to pop and we've got some pretty cool roads that we can go for a little spin on, and I want to take you along and just give you a feel and a flavor for what that is like. So that's what's coming up. Let's go for a ride on the Honda Goldwing. All right, we are getting ready to go for a little spin. I just mounted the camera. It's the OSMO Action 4 to the right handlebar facing forward. I am recording right now live using my Packtalk Edge unit and the internal microphone, so we're going to see how that works. And it is time to go for a spin. Take advantage of all these fall colors that are underway. Pretty cool for sure. So hopping on the bike, let's get her fired up. All right, get our ignition turned on. There we go. 3,029 miles on the Goldwing Tour, so alright, we're off. Alright, we are now ready to go for a little spin out here. Take advantage of these fall colors. We're off. One thing that I can tell you about the Honda DCT transmission, especially on a day like today, we're going to do some mixed riding. This is 25, 35, 45, and 55 miles an hour, but through the curves and around corners, you don't have to worry about shifting. The bike does it for you. I was reminded of that just the other day when out for a spin, and I thought, how nice, I can just really concentrate on what's in front of me and what's going on and let the bike do its thing. And this transmission is exceptionally good, I can tell you that. Right now we are on the southern and heading toward the western edge of Crystal Lake, small little lake here in Sheboygan County. Heading west. West here on C. This is also known as CJ. One by a little golf course here on the left, the Crystal Lake Golf Course. They've really made some nice improvements and they're always busy. Right. Yeah, the colors are just really starting to build here. I'd say they're at least 50% the full color. Not too bad of a day out, 60 degrees, partly sunny. We'll make our way to this little town, Glenbeulah. There's a county road, Glenbeulah, that we're going to take that's just perfect for twisties, so you can see straight ahead. That collection of forest, really nice. greens and yellows and reds. We are coming into the stop sign. I was talking about the DCT transmission. It's just downshifting fourth, third, second, first. It's just so... Okay, this traffic was turning. Glenbeulah, population 463. And of course, we're behind a milk truck. This is Wisconsin, so that's going to happen once in a while. Ottery Transportation, their headquarters are out there near Armstrong and Dundee. But I think they're working 7 days a week to pick up milk at all the farms. Alright, here's our turn. The County Road S. And up ahead here, it looks like we've got somebody practicing for the winter season skiing. These are some street skis. I see this once in a while here. See this better as we turn the corner now. There we go. That looks like one heck of a workout, though. For sure, look at that. Alright, so a little bit of varying speed limits, some nice twisties. There'll be some great colors through here. This is a Wisconsin Rustic Road, Route 63, the next 2 miles, Rustic Road. Let's give this a whirl. Hey, just a little bit about fuel mileage on the Honda Goldwing. So, as I mentioned, I have just a little over 8,000 miles on it. And the life to today fuel consumption before leaving 46.9, so we'll call it 47 miles per gallon. So pretty happy with that. And you know, there's a little bit of a debate of what kind of fuel do you put in the bike. And on the previous Goldwing, I was putting in premium fuel, and the more I read about reports, this engine is designed to run on 87 octane. Doesn't have to be 91 or 93. And I've been putting in the 87 regular unleaded. Yeah, I can't really notice any difference in performance or engine run quality. Not at all. So I think I'm going to stick with the 87 octane. So just to mention that, a little bit about fuel mileage and what type of fuel I use on the bike. So here we are, County Road S. Pretty neat. Right about 35 miles an hour. Alright, we are coming up to Wisconsin State Highway 23. Alright, we are continuing our journey. We just got off of State Highway 23 and we are entering this little town called Greenbush. And this is... Greenbush is kind of on the northern side of the Kettle Moraine Forest. So we'll have some nice scenery here as we pass through Greenbush, and then we will head into some nice forested area. We stop. Looks good. And off to the left here we have a mill, kind of a trading post and a mill, all kinds of things going on over there. Right. Now we are on County Road T, as in Tom, County Road T. Put out today, a C8 Corvette. Nice, because this road was recently paved not too long ago. And right here, as the road bends to the right, the Kettle Moraine Scenic Trail takes off this way, and that's where we're going to go, right here. Alright. Imagine we're going to see a few vehicles on this road today. Some folks maybe in their convertible or cars, some bikes and motorcycles, enjoying this path. And we certainly hope you're enjoying this ride along today as well. Just as I say, we're going to probably see some vehicles, cars, and motorcycles. Nothing. I haven't seen one yet. Be some deer or some wildlife. Hey, it's a car. Okay, what else about the Honda Goldwing on this kind of a little very casual tour and ride? Well, I'm just noticing this, the seating position. It's just perfect. How the hands feel. I have the stock seat on. It's fine. Works out great for me. I do have aftermarket windscreen, the F4 Customs, and I got great visibility over the top of that. Oh. Not having to worry about clutching and shifting, and bike is doing all of that for me right through here, and that is sweet. Okay, we're coming up on a parking area right up here where there's some trails where we'll see some cars now where they park and then hike off. There we go. Got a picnic area, hiking. Alright, we'll watch out for some traffic here around these corners. Okay, there we go. Let's talk about the Honda Goldwing cornering. You know, it's a bike that is certainly large when it comes to its class. It's a touring bike, 840 pounds, thereabouts. But in terms of its handling and cornering, the low center of gravity, the flat six, and where all that weight is, it's really a dream to corner. I mean, here's some great examples right now. Going around these corners, and you pick a line, and it just, as long as you're not going too hard and too fast into a corner, I mean, this is just very enjoyable. And you could do this with a passenger too and be very comfortable. Yeah, it's a real treat in terms of the balance for cornering, how neutral it is. Okay, let's keep following the Kettle Moraine Scenic Trail. That goes off to the right here. Alright. Well, I think that's a really good example of some of the colors, some of the roads here in the Kettle Moraine area. We are coming up to another state highway here in about a mile. State Highway 67. So I think what we're gonna do, we got a bike up there at the stop sign, turning right. Okay, I think we'll take a western turn, and then we'll do a loop and kind of loop back to home. This has hopefully been helpful and letting you see a little bit of the Wisconsin fall. Sorry that it's not more sunny today, but you're getting a good feel for what it's like. I'm going to take a right-hand turn here at this next turnoff and intersection. This will take us right by the Kettle Moraine Correctional Institution. Rustic Road. By the way, thinking about the Honda Goldwing brakes, the brakes on this bike are just phenomenal. Combined braking system, but boy, it really did it well. I love the brakes on here. The only brake I do not use very much would be the parking brake when I'm stopped. And I did a little bit on my 2018. And what I can tell you is that after several uses, half a dozen uses, it seems like that parking brake for the rear tends to kind of reach its limits quickly. And then you've got to adjust the brake. And so I'm just very cautious about kind of where I park and what I do, where I leave the bike, so that it's not significantly on a decline or an incline hill, and so I don't have to worry about using the parking brake, but it's that's the only brake really I don't use. Alright, well, we are going to sign off here with you. Thanks again for coming along. And let's see, what is it here? Yeah, it's cooling down a little bit. 58 degrees. The heated hand grips on the Goldwing I've got set to level 2. I've got the heated seat on as well. I've got that set to level 2. So I'm pretty comfortable. Thanks for tuning in to this episode and watching a little bit of what it's like to go on the Honda Goldwing and take a spin through the Kettle Moraine Forest and take it in the fall colors here in Wisconsin. We've got just an incredible amount of resources. I'm so lucky. Right out the driveway I can have some nice riding, but I'm real close to Road America. I can just hear a little bit of the race cars going on here this afternoon, and Elkhart Lake and Crystal Lake. I'm just an hour south of Lambeau Field and the Green Bay Packers, 1 hour north of the Milwaukee Brewers and where they play. And so some pretty neat stuff, and feel very blessed to have all that here in the backyard. And finally, I want to just wrap up today's episode to say thank you. Thank you to all the folks who have been subscribing to my channel, those folks that are watching this episode. I just got a notice this week from YouTube that I accomplished the 1,000 subscriber mark. So that's pretty cool for me, and all the credit goes to you for watching, and I really appreciate that, and will continue to do my best to put out some content that is valuable, fun, entertaining, and always appreciate your comments. So as always, and until next time, take care.